So we're doing the lead guitar stuff today. Well, mostly anyway. Um, right. So pentatonic, for me anyway, is always the best place to start. There, it's kind of like it's almost like the scale was made for the guitar. So. So you've got that written down in the notes anyway. So just to go over it again, it's a good idea to just kind of go all the way up the scale, all the way back down, over and over again a few times, just to really get familiar with it, because to know how to play it is one thing, but to be familiar enough with it that you can just kind of run around it and do whatever you like and be confident that you're going to be staying on track. You really need to play it kind of over and over and over again to get to that point. So all the way down up with the pick, and a different finger for each fret, so you shouldn't be going like that, kind of bouncing from one fret to the next with the same finger. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And then on the way back down, it's up, down. Techniques involved were pull off. And remember, you don't have to do that to an open string. You can do it to... Okay, you can do that anywhere you like. Same with hammer-ons. We did this way of doing it. And, as I said, the trick is to kind of really to hit it hard, really come down on it, snappy. But again, you could start off with a fretted note, like something like this, let's say, from 3 to 5 on the second string, that is. And there's your hammer on. As well as that, you can combine the two, hammer on, pull off, so you can get 3 notes with the one pick, basically. And in theory, well, not just in theory, we could actually do it, is you could do the scale like that as well, just as a little exercise. I didn't mention that. So I did mention going up in hammer-ons, down in pull-offs. But what you can do as well is, if you feel like it, it's a good little exercise to really get your fingers moving, is do a hammer-on and a pull-off for each string. So that'd be... Okay, so then there's the phrases we did. So first one, and again, these are written down, but sure, just so you can see them again. Third fret, pull off, same again on the next string, and then the slide up. So that's... And anything where there's a gap in time between the strings where there shouldn't be, then just slow the whole thing down, right? So if you're finding that this is happening, just slow those pull-offs down so that there's no gap. So then, if you can't make it to the next string in time, just slow the whole thing down. So that was the first one. Next one was second fret on the D string, pull off. Now you want to come up on this one and up on this one, because you're generally going up the way. So you can go up or down on this one, depending on whether you start under the string or over it. And then a little E7 on the end there. So that's just E without the third finger. So then the next one was kind of a little bit of weaving with the pleck here. Let me just widen it out a bit. So we've got... So that's third fret, second string, pull off, come up onto the second fret of the G string, back down on the open B, back up again on the second fret of the G string, then pull off, and then up on the second fret of the D string, and then just a little from that D string there for a kind of a small E minor chord. So again, these can be done at any speed. How fast you do it depends on the speed of the music that you're doing it to, of course. So, it could be... Or it could be... And again, as I said, by all means, do get familiar with the shape of that scale and all that. But, as I was saying, those techniques can be used anywhere. So, there's definitely no harm in just doing kind of random stuff, like, what happens if I do a slide up here and pull off. Just mess about with it and see what happens, because that really does help kind of familiarize yourself with the instrument in a way that, sticking down here with the chords doesn't. You're kind of getting an intuitive idea of how the instrument responds to various different things. So slides all the way up, pull offs, all sorts of different things you can do with it. So yeah, just have as much fun as you can messing around with all that, and we'll do a bit more of it next week. All right, see you then.